Kelly from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Kajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. I say, I say, I say. Who says I say, I say. Johnny says I say, I say. When everyone says no, Johnny say yes. Special man.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Hello, good morning and welcome on this Thursday morning where it's currently 44 degrees, finally warming up a little bit. And I hope everybody's doing well, and it's supposed to be sunny today. I'm looking forward to that. First in the chat was TZ. Hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. And Regina, good morning, Johnny. Everyone thought, quote, have enough courage to trust love once more times than always time more than. I like that. And good morning, hello, and welcome. And little Debbie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. We'll be listening and working. I understand that. I've been doing that all morning. Angela, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Kindness is a universal laughter that can transfer lives, express thoughts, small acts, words, and compassion. I like that. Miss Denise, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And good to see y'all. Welcome. And Glenn, hello, good morning and welcome. And how's that weather down in Louisiana? Ellen, hello, good morning and welcome. And thoughts for Thursday. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do. I like that. That is so true. And Jay, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I need to ask you a question. When are you going to email that thing we talked about for Saturday's show? Just send me an email, let me know, because I was waiting for that. John, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Mr. Busy on YouTube lately? All these auctions you've been doing? You've been busy. Let's see here. Everybody saying hello. Angie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Donna, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you, and welcome. And everybody saying hello to each other. Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And I think I'm caught up. Johnny, postpone until May shop. Okay. I was wondering, I got to finish my video and I was just curious because I didn't hear nothing yet. All right, that'll work. Kawanda, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Heather, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank y'all for coming on over here. Hopefully I was able to, and I have to say, I didn't know what to do yesterday, so I just basically stepped away after my hump day auction, And I've been working with Google Gemini, and they really helped me get something together for a draft. And this morning I was able to reach out to Google support for YouTube support, because my Bingo Fun Night email is what's tied to my other channel, my bigger channel. And I was able to file a report this morning, and we'll see what happens. And they basically had me put everything together in like a Word document to make sure that when it came time for me to do that, I had it all in one place. I just had to copy and paste, and I was able to do that. And so, yeah, so far everything still looks good. Nothing's changed. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll get it done before the weekend so I can get all my shows ready. What is happening with the other channel? Nothing's happening to the channel itself. What happened was I got an email on the 20th, on the 21st, which was Tuesday. I need to change Kawanda's blue. I'm trying to watch y'all in the chat so I can change y'all blue when y'all come in, when I know y'all already registered with all the channels. And what I did was I stupidly wasn't thinking, and I had an email that came in for a sponsorship collaboration for a company, and I did and usually I even go through like Reddit and read up on it, or I also look in YouTube and Google to see if it's legit company, right? And I always tell everybody, so I need to start practicing what I'm preaching with people. So it's like, do what I say, not as I do. Because on the 21st, which was Tuesday, I went in and applied for this collaboration. And I should have known the red flag when they asked me to sign into my YouTube channel, the email that goes with the channel. That's where I messed up at. So they hijacked my email. So I have to keep an eye on my channel. So far, no uploads been done, no new videos, no new posting or anything like that. So I've been looking at that all day, every day since that happened. So yeah, do not trust anyone. That's my error. So I am just practically letting y'all know what I did and why. Right now, the videos are still there, but I can't do anything with it yet because the email that's tied to that, and of course, the biggest questions that were asking me when I was trying to get this resolved is any of my other social medias, bank account information tied to that email? And it's no, because that email is only used for when I had Bingo Fun Night, and I did have my channel tied in with that one. So as of right now, until further notice, I'll be doing my lives here. I'll be on the lookout for that. If there's no more for next week, again, I hope they said that they do work on the weekends as well. So we'll see what happens. I went to try to do it again this morning, and it was no longer locked out. So we know exactly what happened. It was a hijack of my email. But they didn't get into anything else, because I have different emails for everything I use is different passwords, which was a good thing. But yeah, still, they hijacked my email. I got that email read and delete. Too busy to deal with things. Yeah, and I should have known better, but I didn't. Scarlett, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? So that's what happened. I did file a report this morning. I had to go include everything from, make sure if you ever have that happen, make sure you know your IP address, which is usually on your computer's main settings. I had to get my IP address, the default IP address, my YouTube channel link with the handle, my AdSense account that was tied to that, the emails that I use, the phone numbers I use for backup, and all of that. So yeah, people wonder why I prefer animals over. Yeah, right, Jay. Yeah. Go live. Yeah, because I can't go live on that channel right now. I can't sign into that email. That's what I just said about why it's happening. Good morning, Randy, and thank you for the comments. I did have you, and I got you more entries in the Moonpipe comment giveaway. But yeah, that's why I can't go live on that channel. That's why I've been posting this link for this channel for people to come on over here for now until further notice. But I can still see the channel. I still have to keep, they tell me to make sure I keep up with making sure, because what they're going to do is, because I reported it as a hijack, I had to include the copy of the email that was sent to me. So I had to do that as a PDF. I also had to put in there the date it happened and the time it happened. So what they did was, after I filed the report for hijacking my email with my YouTube account, they even said the last thing that I got was that they will be restoring, when they restore my channel and the email, what they're going to do is they're going to, it says before we report potential hijacking, they're going to take, and if they do, go back, and if anything is either posted since the 21st after 4 o'clock, if anyone gets into that, whoever hijacked it is going to go in and they're going to check and make sure there's no one who uploaded any videos, any posts, and things like that, and they're going to clean it up from the 21st before anything after 4 o'clock on the 21st. So that's why it's important you do all that immediately. Don't wait. But yeah, I tried too many times, and then I figured out what was going on, but they locked it. So, and it's because you want to make sure when you're doing that, you got to be at the computer you do most of your business at, and that's what I did. Jay, I did my auction on my phone voice yesterday, just for you. Oh, that's right, Jay. Go check it out. And what channel was that one on, Randy? I didn't see what channel you did that on, but I did see your comment on that. Your 900 voices. So yeah, be careful with that, and be able to have everything in one spot, which I did. I did a Word document, had everything there when it came time for me to do it this morning. It was easy. I was doing that at 3 o'clock this morning, and I just basically entered all the information as I was going to each container, each little question, and things like that. So yeah, thank God I have all the records for it, and I do keep it on a spreadsheet. It was with John and the Groves. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's right, because you were on there yesterday, because I did watch a little bit of that. Also, for those who know, Apple Martini, today is her birthday. If you happen to see her anywhere, I usually don't, but I see her on Facebook a lot. Reach out to her and tell her happy birthday. For those who know, Apple Martini. Ashley, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? And also, don't forget, this Friday, tomorrow, is the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It? We'll still be having that here tomorrow. If you have any items that sold in the last 90 days and you would love to share it for the morning show, please do so. There's going to be those who send in first. I'll put that up on the screen first, and then I'll go into adding my sales that I've gotten for the last week. I've been getting some good sales lately, too. I think it has to do with people getting their income tax check in, I guess, because there's been some good sales. Yeah, it's been nice. Even though I might have 1 or 2 sales a day, it's been good because it's been almost $200 a day, which is pretty good for 2 pieces, 2 things. So I'm happy with that. Sometimes 3, 4. Was it yesterday? Today I got 14 items going out. Speaking of that, the 14 of those are those who paid for their invoice. All of you should have gotten your tracking number this morning, because I finished that up before 7:45 this morning. Packed, labeled, and going out the door this morning. Got all that done early. So if you happen to miss yesterday's Hump Day auction here on this channel, you might want to go check it back out, because there were some great things, and even Mike was on. And hopefully we'll have him back on again coming soon. I didn't hear an email from him yet, so far so good. He said he would let me know, because I had a cancellation. So I'm going to give it to him if he wants it. Speaking of cancellations, again, if anybody wants the spot, just let me know. I do have a cancellation for tomorrow, for Saturday at 3:30. And I want to thank all of you who did contact me yesterday, because on the 21st, my phone went to reset and erase everything on my phone. And so for those who did contact me, what's good about it is that when you text me yesterday, if you've contacted me on the phone any kind of way, please send me a text message and let me know that it's you, so I can add you back to my contents. Because what happened was, so far, everyone who texted me, your name showed up back in my phone, which I guess because I had it there. So that's pretty cool. But anywho, Saturday at 3:30, if anybody would like a last-minute spot for the showcase of members, you're more than welcome to email me and let me know, and I'll add you to it. However, on July the 25th, I have 4 spots left for the Reseller Community Shop Hop for July the 25th. If you would like a spot, also make sure you email me and put the date July 25th or July for the Shop Hop. Just put Shop Hop 2020 and Shop Hop July, and I'll know what show you want. Yep, 3:30. Your nights are about sales lately. You're right about the sales lately, Johnny. I sent Yeah, I love it. But there've been some high dollar ones, which I'm happy about. Also, for the rapid fire round for those who are members, I only have on October the 6th is the next available time slots I have. And that is October 6th. I have a 3:15 or a 3:45 time slot left. So if you would like to be on the rapid fire round for the members, showcasing of the members of the channel, October 6th at 3:15 or 3:45, email me at KajunRootsReseller@gmail.com and I'll be glad to have you there. I just realized I got to change my channel on my title. Let me do that right now because I'm on this channel. So let me edit my name. I just noticed that. Edit name. All right, let me do this. Cajun Roots Reseller Adventure. All right. There it is. Done. Done. There we go. All right, let's see here. Yeah, exactly. I think Tucha's doing a live, by the way. And the Queen Beans Casey's already got her video up, so yeah. Unless, Jennifer, you want a little bit extra time on your slot. It's up to you. Let me know. Although I do need to contact TZ because she said she would do it if she wanted, if I needed her. Let's see. Becky's auction. There's the link. Good. Yes, indeed. Ellen says on YouTube, on in the real life, Jennifer. Either way, something to disappear. Okay. She said, "Oh no, I was just offering. I understand. If not, I'll just do something else in that spot." Angie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And if anything, I'll go ahead and let you know, Jennifer. I'm almost done with my video. And if anybody would like to do an uploaded video for a premiere, let me know. TZ, I'll reach out to you today. It was a hectic day yesterday. But it felt good to eat a meatloaf sandwich yesterday. That was nice. No, Jennifer. Leslie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping links. Let's see here. First, we'll do Jennifer's channel. If anyone is in need of getting into your next milestone, let us know. All right, there's Jennifer's YouTube channel. Here is her Etsy store. Yeah, I made a meatloaf night before last, and that's what I had for yesterday for lunch. Or brunch, you can call it. A sandwich. I had it on the new thin slice. See my question, Johnny? Hold on, let me get back in. Let me finish this. I'll go right back up. There's Jennifer's buy her a milkshake for all that she does for all of us. Let me get back into the chat. Did you write the comment in the chat, Leslie? All right, let me go back up. Here we go. Okay, got a question. All right, let me get this done. Hello, Jeffrey. Good morning. Hello, and welcome. Let me see this question. Okay, got a question for you. Is it wrong for me to not want to chase a buyer down for their info? If they don't give me info, I cannot invoice them. I plainly ask for them to send it to me. And this is my opinion, again, I do this on any of my shows. So if it's somebody who bought from anybody on my panel, on any show we do, if they don't email you their information by the end of the show, I always ask y'all to send me the name, the YouTube channel name, and I'll send you the information. However, I don't know if everybody does that, but I do know Ellen does it where when she does her shows on the third Thursday of each month, she gives everybody their that's on her panel, she'll drop their jot form. It's their responsibility to contact that buyer by filling their jot form out. So if you don't have a jot form, I would recommend, if you do, use it in any show that you are on as a guest. But however, I would recommend, if they're not emailing you their information, you can contact the person you were on as a seller. If you were a guest on someone's channel, I would recommend contacting them and say, I need so-and-so's channel and their information when I was on your show and whatever date it was. If it was your channel and you had a live and they didn't fill you out, then if that's a little different. Unless you have their email, you can reach out to them. That is my opinion. Does anybody else have a different way they would approach this question? Or have you had anything like this happen? And what do you do? That's an excellent question, Leslie. And I'm going to go ahead and pin this to the chat. So for those who have that issue, let us know what you would do. That's what I would do. If it's on your channel, then you shouldn't be having to chase nobody down. That is their responsibility to make sure you have their information. Okay, that's where I was. I heard that. JK came in. I hope I didn't miss JK. No. Well, this is just joking. All right, where was I at? Well, this chat is flying. I'm trying to find the comment I was at. Oh, way up there. Wow. Love meatloaf sandwich. That was pretty good, too. I don't chase Leslie. I don't either. I give them a week to get in touch. If they don't, it goes back up for sale. There you go. That's what I would do. Leslie's got her auction today at 1:30 there. Here's the link. I am going to make meatloaf today for hubby. There's Jennifer's channel. There's her Etsy store. You want to make a meatloaf? I got you, Leslie. Sorry about that. The chat flew so fast. I missed it. There's Jennifer's buy her milkshake. No, it's not wrong, but you shouldn't have to do that. We had an overcast today, and it's rain is a-coming. All right, Glenn, don't work too hard. And Jeffrey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you got some good news for your grandmother. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful morning. No, that's okay, Leslie. Don't worry. That's good. You're asking that question. Everybody does something different. That's why you tell people to send your information during the auction. That's correct. It is their responsibility. Now, you can do whatever you need to with the items if they don't. And give them a time. Give them a time. Look, by this date. Be firm. You have a foot doctor in Newport. What? No, I will try to get the other sellers if I've not heard from the person in 2 weeks. Okay, you can do it for 2 weeks. See, everybody does it differently. It's whatever works best for you. There is no right or wrong way to do it. Let's see here. There's the link to come on up. You're welcome. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody's comments and or questions. One of my biggest pet peeves is folks that ask sellers to forward them information to other sellers. Why? It takes my time. Yeah, it does. But that's why when I'm on other channels, I drop my jot form. And I have to say, I have not had any problems. Because sometimes before I even start doing the invoicing for that day, because I do my invoices every show. And then at the end, I keep them in a draft. And then after the last show that I'm going to send out the invoices, I'll then add and pack their items. Don't seal it, but add the shipping. Then get the shipping cost and all that, and then add it to the invoice. That's just the way I do things. But I have to say, I've been blessed. I haven't had that problem. And 9 times out of 10, even though they send me the email before, they either send me the email or when I do reach out to who I need the information for, they'll send it to me. I think it's the buyer's responsibility to send there. It is the buyer's responsibility. That is correct. And also, if they change their address or they change their screen name, that is also their responsibility. I got it now, I figured it out, Debbie. I thought it was JK that came in. What I am seeing is the host offers to send these guest sellers into another buyer. Yes. Carol, hello, good morning, and welcome. I like your new avatar. Looking for you on YouTube. I'm right here. As of right now, we'll be here until further notice. I talked a little bit about it at the beginning. No, that's good. Don't be sorry, Leslie. We want those questions. That's what this is all about. Q&A. I'm going to answer it if I can. Again, I'm going to give you my opinion. Everybody else can give you what they do, and then you take what you can do with it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's all about you set your boundaries. You set your time limits. That's a lot of work. It's not your responsibility to track them down. They bought from you. You didn't buy from them unless you bought from them. And I do that too. If I'm buying from somebody for the first time, while the auction is going on, I got another tab open. I'm emailing them and sending them my information. I have it in a draft form where I can just send it to whoever I need it to. If they feel that is one that doesn't need to provide again, just clarify in the beginning. You don't share information even if we will. Yeah, I do share, especially when they're on my channel or the panel. Now, if it's somebody I don't know and they send me an email, trust me. I'm sorry, but I don't have that person's information. I just don't do that. That's just me. But if I know you and you've been on my show and I know who you are, that's a different story. But I just don't do it when somebody sends me, because I've had it several times. Someone sends me an email. It's like, wait, you've never been on my show. Why would I send you there? No, I don't know if there's any beef with you and that person. That's just the way I think. But you got to do what you got to do. I don't know about supporting the community, but everybody is over 18 must be capable of providing. You right about that one, Ellen. Amen on that one. Say it again, girl. Found you. I wasn't lost, girlfriend. But on the other hand, if you need to sell money, track them down. That's right. That's true. Leslie, just do what is best for you. That is right. Only you can. It's your business. You have to do what you got to do, boo. Leslie. Oh, wrong one. What did I do with it? It's here somewhere. Here it is. Leslie, I got a message for you. You do you, boo. Don't worry about anybody else. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Get him, girl. You're in the corner? No, she's not in the corner. Today, 31 and 30 years of my mother passing away. Truth be told, other sellers are worst offenders. Yeah, you right about that. How are you doing today, Angie? John wants to know. He's asking. Some of the excuses people make after not hearing from them for a week, they talk to me at the same day I can't work. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to the corner and hide. Don't hide. I also have an item. The buyer never sent me their information. I do not have the information, not even an email. I also have not reached out to the channel owner. I'm going to put that item back. You know, anybody who needs information, and reach out to me. Again, if I know you've been on my channel, I do help you out. You know, I'm not going to just say no. It's just some people that come to don't even come to the channel and send me an email, which is odd sometimes. I'm sorry, but I don't know that person. I've never seen that person. I don't know who you're talking about. That's the reaction I get on the email. I'm sorry. That's just me. But if you've been on my channel and you're always there and yeah, especially if you're members of the channel, I got you. You do not recognize previous buyers. Yeah, that's a lot of problems too. Sometimes you don't recognize them. Matt, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. That's right. Never apologize. We want you to ask those questions, Leslie. You will never know unless you react. Injection yesterday worked. I'm feeling one. Girl, don't be going doing cartwheels and dancing on that pole. Come on, girl. Calm down. Don't be Wonder Woman. Let's see. Right D, Taco J, Lord Jesus, girl. You better calm down. like when the emails are listed in the description. And that's another reason I do it, because I always let everybody know I have their email scrolling at the bottom. They have their email on the top of their name, and it's in the description bar below. So there's no excuse in all my videos that I have guests on the show, even in the morning show with either Mark coming on or Jay here, their information is in the description bar below. Trust me, I will promote them in that. And that's what the description is there for, to help you promote. If you have guests on your channel, use it. Put it there. Yeah. That's what I do. And I let everybody know, if you have never did business with them before, please check the description bar below. I do have their YouTube channel and their email for you to take it and copy it and check it out. Email them. And FYI, sellers, there are someone who is bidding in a lot of auctions and they isn't paying anyone. Anyway, yes, we have a couple of those too. I have a blacklist now. I have one person on it already. And I've been doing this for almost 7 years. Yep. Ditto, Johnny. It takes seconds to send your information. I don't take... Yeah, if I'm buying from somebody for the first time, now if I'm on somebody's channel, I've always been there, but there's somebody new and I want to buy something, even though I'm bidding at that time, I'm sending them an email on a second monitor. Like if I'm in the office here, I'm on a second monitor. I got 3 monitors I work with, so that's easy. But upstairs, that's just one laptop. So I'll have an open tab, and I'll send them my information immediately. I don't want them to have to wait because I want that item, you know? So, yeah. It's their responsibility. What now did I miss? We're just talking about invoicing and information that's needed to people who need to invoice somebody and they don't have their information. Yes, Johnny. Yeah. And like I always say, if someone, and I understand things happen, but you got to remember you have to have that open communications with the person you're purchasing from, because of the fact that they don't know what's going on with you. So if there's anything happening, you have to contact them and let them know. But make arrangements before you go into an auction saying, look, I want to know before I bid, can I build a box? I get paid once or twice a month or every other week or every week or whatever the case may be. Open communication is the best policy to have. So that way, if something does happen, you're building that trust. But if something does happen, they are more inclined to work with you. But it's when you hear the silence, you hear the crickets, you don't hear nothing, no reply, no nothing. And then you send out invoice reminders, still nothing, no nothing. Then you get put on the blacklist. You know what's bad about that? Everybody in the community is going to start knowing about it. So, do you want to be on that blacklist? Who? Not me. I look for my invoices and then I'm glad we're talking about this topic. I'm so glad Leslie. I am so glad you brought that question up because there was something else I was going to talk about today. I will share if I am asked. The person has been on my show. And I saw the insurance. Yes, I'm the same way, Regina. The same way. The worst case is that the person doesn't come back into the seat. That's right. What you going to do? Because I have somebody who I have not seen it, and I've been looking for that person. But that's okay because I blocked them off my blacklist, and they cannot buy from me on any channel I'm on. Oh, I cannot follow through. Have a good reputation. Yeah, that ruins your reputation. Your reputation is going to be ruined if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Communication. Glad you hear that. It's me, Angie. I said hello. I had 3 new buyers that have not paid. Make me wonder. I am not selling, but I am part of the community, and I hope I am good with everyone. And again, just communicate. Anybody needs to communicate with a buyer. Carol says, I won't give Johnny's information out unless I ask him first. Yeah, that's a little different, especially when we don't know each other or they don't know each other. If people don't ask the questions, we won't end up talking about. Look at that. She already talk about the word, the food, the 4-letter word food. Leslie, when it happens, check me. Sure. And that's another thing. Make sure you're using the right email, because if somebody, for example, you're on a guest on my show and I have your information, I am going to send you everything I have, because some people have a different email for PayPal than the email they use on an everyday basis. So you want to make sure you're sending it right, because, for example, I have a special email for those who are members of the channel. Every now and then I have somebody who sends me an invoice on that email. I am not going to pay it because it's in that email. So therefore I email them back and said, please remember, I don't use this email for PayPal. I use this email for PayPal. So you got to make sure you're using the right email when billing, because if you don't, they may not even see it. And if it's somebody new, a lot of times it goes in their junk mail, but that's no excuse, because you can go directly into YouTube, into PayPal, sign in, and your invoice will be there. I love that excuse. I didn't get it. I had to walk somebody through one day and show them how they can see multiple different ways of finding an invoice if you can't find the email. And it's very easy. Did you yeah, Randy, I did, but we'll recheck. Yeah, just recheck. People don't think to check below. And also make sure you check the the advice to them there for their convenience. Check the info below. That's why I always point it out. Oh Lord Jesus, Carol. I do have issues with emails right now. And that's the best way to do it. TJ, that's a good thing that you're saying that, because you can always email that person you might have an invoice with and just let them know what email you need for them to use sometimes. I found I wrote it down wrong, and I copy and paste, which is 9 times out of 10 have not had any problems. I have to say, when I first started, I used to type it myself, and I had one that I did not get through because I typed it wrong. And I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. I've been making sure, for example, Angela Isaac. When I first started, I always used to type Angela and then ISSAC. That's why I kept getting the email back, because it was wrong. So I copy and paste, which is the best policy for me. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello and good morning. Jeffrey, thank you very much, Jennifer. I see someone who keeps coming in and bidding, knowing they owe someone everywhere. Yeah, that's not good. Good morning, Susie. I hope you like the way I packed your box this time. I did a little something different with a little extra touch to your box. Good morning. They show up tomorrow on Dawn and Teresa. Jennifer, let me know. John has great information. He advises people should be responsible if there is unpaid invoices not accept further bids. It has been taken care of. There you go. Cheryl, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I've told Dawn to block her already. Don't know why she doesn't. Yeah, I don't either. A reseller stopped offering to be a one-person ship to another because they said that they were recently done with the wrong email. That could happen too. And that's what it's all about, Leslie. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. Yep. So I don't do that anymore. I copy and paste the information. All right, now I'm going to go back to another topic I want to talk about. Actually, there's 2 to finish this topic for the day. One of the other things I've been noticing, I have invoices that I paid last month and the beginning of this month, like the first week or so of this month. And there's some of them that I just got yesterday, and some that I haven't even gotten a tracking number for. And there's a couple of them that nothing. I paid it. It's paid. But I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't even gotten a tracking number yet. My response on that is, if you receive the money on an invoice from somebody that bought from you and they immediately paid that invoice, you should take no more than 12 to 24 hours to send that out. The max 48. That is my opinion. It should not be more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks before you even see the package or get a tracking number. To me, that's just always in every way wrong. Ellen, I'm about to call you out in the chat. Time I'm seeing her bidding in the... Amy, hello, good morning and welcome. Hope you're feeling better. Hope everything's going well for you and your new doctors. I have 2 or 3 without tracking. Yep, same here. Yep, and I just got one yesterday that I paid for last month. Yeah. See, for me, everybody paid yesterday morning or Tuesday evening. Yesterday I was so busy that this morning, everything is done out the door because I pre-pack everything. That's all I got to do is print out their invoice, because I do put one paid invoice in their package, and I keep one for myself for my records, and I pack it and go to label, boom, done, out the door. I want it out of my way. I have room for other stuff I need. Preach it. Still waiting for things that I paid for a month ago. Yeah, it's not right. It's not right. 24 to 48 hours after it's paid. Yeah, exactly. That's my theory. That's what I do. No less than. Unless they're trying to save me on shipping. I understand that, but if you pay, that's a different story. But remember, like this week, I'm urgent enough to make sure everybody gets their packages, because come Sunday, midnight on Sunday, the shipping cost is going up by 8%. So I don't want nobody to have to pay. I don't want to have to pay more. So I want to get that out the door for what's coming. That's just my way of thinking. I don't want no one to have to pay more, and I don't want to have to pay more either. So I want to get them done and out. They paid. It's going out the door. That's the way I do business. I agree, Johnny Motto. When paid, ship it out. Yeah, exactly. I waited a month for a package, didn't say anything, and I understand things. I understand too. I do understand, but come on now. And for me, the way I do business, there's two things that get me on a list to not buy again. One, it takes too long to get my package after I paid the invoice. And two, I find that they're paying too much I'm paying too much on the shipping that should have been less, knowing when I get it, I put it on the scale, I weigh it and measure it. And if I go back into PayPal, Powered Ship, and I send myself that same package to the person I bought it from, and it's way less than what I should have paid, they go on my list too. There's somebody else I just recently added to that. Yeah. And I'm talking about like $4 or $5 difference. If that happens every time I buy, that adds up. No. Shame on me the first time, but shame on you the second. Vice versa, however you want to say it. I deal with that too, Johnny. Some hold on for shipping, even though I did not request it. Yeah, I need to ship things today. I hope it wasn't from TZ. Huh? Hope it wasn't from me, TZ. Patrick! Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I give people a shine. Since I invoice over the weekend, the pay goes out the next business day. Exactly. Angie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I go to the post office every day. I do too. I ship twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. And that's different. But I'm talking about months later, weeks later. Who haven't paid, and I have just blocked them. There you go. Do what you got to do. If I paid for that shipping, then why am I waiting for them to pay you? When I paid the shipping, make sure you wonder how handling their... Yeah, John, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when that happens. That is the first thing that comes to my mind. I agree with you, Johnny. I have waited a long time after paying. I know your situation, but you see me, I have a list of people I don't buy from anymore because of things like that. I just don't. No matter how bad I want it, how bad it's cheap, how cheap it is, or how much they... No. I really like the reseller involved, but unlikely some people further because the month-long waits after I paid. Yeah, that's not cool. I don't want my purchase held unless... And that's one of the things I do. I work a whole week, and I send out invoice. Unless I have 2 weeks worth, and if they want it before they can email me, I've only had one person ever email and say, look, can you hold it? I'll pay each week or each invoice. Please send me an invoice for every show you're on that I buy from you. But the last one, just add my postage. I have no problem with that. But again, the arrangements, the communication is there. You want to make sure you have that communication. Don't assume. You know what happens when you assume. Joanne, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Ella. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Ella. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Starting your shipping days. Yeah, I do mine right after the invoices are out. Within 48 hours, they're already out the door. 24 to 48 hours max is my limit. That is just me. I don't want them in here longer than that. Well, good advice, but I go to bed early and I have already scheduled to pick up. Yeah, I'm the same way. I go to bed early and rise early. I don't like preaching, repacking anything. Yeah, I don't either. That's why I don't seal anything. If I'm building a box for somebody, I do not seal it. I use totes and crates, depending on how much stuff they purchase. That way it's easier for me. That's just how I do it. It makes it easier for me when I pack things. Exactly. I agree. Sorry, guys, working, making me work. And Matt, don't be sorry. I understand. Keep working and lurking. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. She said was checking in on everything she bought from when PayPal Connected went down. They should work the same in reverse. Exactly. You're right about that. And my next thing, I don't know if y'all know this. I've been getting some orders in, and I'm not going to point out anybody because they may not know this. But let me grab something real quick. I don't know about you, but I recycle every time I get a package in the mail. I recycle everything. I reuse everything until I have like a roll of bubble wrap I use. But if I need like a small piece or a certain size piece, I have boxes in my little closet back here that I have like 1 tear sheet, 2 tear sheets. Then I have another box that has multiples. And I just use those up as I go. And as I get more, I put them in the boxes. But, however, have y'all noticed that on the bubble wrap, one side is nice and smooth and the bubble side has the bubbles on it, right? In the chat, let me know. Well, actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to say it. For example, I'm going to use my phone. Don't use the flat side to wrap things because of 2 reasons. Like I'm going to wrap my phone. Say this happens and you send it out and all the bubbles are outside and you tape this up. 1, when you go to remove the tape you're using, guess what's happening? You're ruining the bubbles so you cannot reuse them again. Also, in shipping, this will bounce. You know how we used to do it when we were kids? We used to sit there and pop the bubbles. What's happening is in shipping, those bubbles are getting popped. So lately, I've been getting items in the mail that's been wrapped like that. But what I do all the time is I take the bubble side, and I put it and I make sure I start with, like, say if there's a piece of glass or something that has plastic or whatever on one side, but it's solid on the back. I start there and I just keep wrapping. But the smooth side, when you tape it down, the tape comes off easier to where I can reuse the bubble wrap. Just a food for thought when it comes to bubble wrap, because this stuff is not cheap anymore. It's getting expensive just like everything else. So I like to reuse everything I can. But if you use the bubbles facing the product, when you peel that tape off, it comes off easier than if you use the bubble side. Have anybody noticed that? Only reason I'm bringing that up is because we are talking about packing and shipping, and it just so happened that I wanted to talk about that today. And I've been noticing that lately. So what I've been doing is the ones that are getting messed up when I pull the tape with the bubbles facing outward, I've been using it to wrap jewelry because it's so, by the time it gets all messed up, it's only small enough or enough that I can use to wrap jewelry. That's okay because I still can use it, but then the rest of it I have to throw away because it's no good. FYI, just a little food for thoughts. All right, let's go back into the chat. It was right there. Joanne, good morning. I am strictly tight rope to walk. Shipping costs go. Yeah, sure. It's going up. It is going to go up again this on the this Sunday. Some want to save as much as possible. Not everyone is clear about it. And some people do. I have to say, probably maybe a handful of people might do free shipping. But my idea is probably because they are adding it into their cost somehow, some way. Not to mention constantly redoing the invoice is a pain. Yes, I keep all my invoices in a draft. You can always go in and edit it, but that's no problem. After every show, the very next morning, all my stuff's already in a draft for my invoices. That way, if somebody else again comes in and buys from another auction, I just go back in there, edit that invoice, add the stuff, and save it as a draft again. If you happen to see the invoices from me and you bought multiple shows from me, you'll see that. You may see the different times that I've logged in and changed or updated or edited. When I invoice, the items are already packed for labeling and out of the door. My boxes are billed and paid after auctions. Yep, and it's whatever works best for you, right? I'll put bubble wraps inward. Yes, that's how it should be. I also recycle everything. I even saved the cellophane. Yep, same here. Bubble goes against the item, folks. Exactly. I've been seeing a lot of that lately. Go against the item to cushion that item. Exactly. That's what it's there to protect the item. If you wrap those bubbles with the bubbles outside, facing away from the item, it's just going to bounce and pop, just like we used to do when we were kids. Tape off easier in most cases. I carefully pull. Yeah, but it's not that easy when it's taped on the bubble side. Speaking of tape and bubbles, good morning, hello, and welcome, Chuck. I have to say, Nady Pie, I need to buy stock and tape. It's like Fort Knox with him, but there's good because the packages come home to Robert here safe, but it's just, Lord, geez, when I go to break it down to put it in the recycle bin, a lot of tape. I try not to tape bubble wrap at all, but stretch wrap is my friend. That could be too. That is correct. Okay, well, I learned something today that I thought a long time ago. Bubbles. You? No. And I'm not saying nobody's name because there's several items that have been coming in this week that I've been purchasing. That's been about a month ago or so. That I'm finally getting. That's how it's being wrapped. I've been trying to clean this house in. For my daughter's visit, I have to go get any boxes to packing and material in the house. I hear that. I wanted to give my peeps a huge cause because the sun will be shining tomorrow. Yeah, our sun's shining. Ooh, it's already 50 degrees. Yay! Stephanie, hello, good morning, and welcome, Uni. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I got a new roll. Yeah, don't forget the forever stamps went up too, or going to be going up. I think they already went up. But that's what I like about the forever stamps. I'm still using them from 2015, 2016. I don't really mail out a lot anymore. Anyone wants to buy boxes of bubble wrap? And shipping paper. I don't want to lose it all, but need room to clean up. Girl, email me. Let me know what you want to sell them for. I can always use it, but I always recycle. Anyone saves my purple tape? I don't always get to save your purple tape. Constance! Girl, your ears must have been ringing yesterday. You must have heard me talk about you yesterday because Lisa came in the chat and I could not remember your channel name. All right, I got to make some people blue here, I see. Chuck, you have been smurfed. Constance, you have been smurfed. I'm seeing some of y'all coming in for the first time here since I got this. I'm using this channel right now. If you haven't heard what's going on with my email right now, just go back at the beginning of the show. I did discuss what happened on Tuesday. It has to do with my email, so that's why I cannot sign in or log in, but I am using this channel temporarily until I get it done because I did file a hijack of my email on the Tuesday. Just go back and watch the beginning. Yeah, you'll hear all about it. That's right. Yes, it was Earth Day. Chuck, no beardos tonight? Uh-oh. Good to see you, Constance. How you been doing? I was talking about you yesterday, wondering where you went. Nate needs to make a link. Uh-oh. Get on them. Oh, purple tape is impossible to remove. Yeah, sometimes it is impossible to reuse and pull. Love all of it. Please stop using cling wrap, stretch wrap on books. It ruins the cover. I use cardboard. I'm putting myself in the corner because I am wrapping. Poor Leslie. We were not meant for you to go in no corner, girl. Heather. Gordon. Oh, Lord Jesus, child. Matter which way. Someone told me, yeah, it does matter. Think about it when we were kids. We used to pop those bubbles. If it's facing away from the product, it has a tendency more to pop than facing the product. That way it protects the product more facing to the product than facing outward. Because I can tell you right now, lately I've been getting some that orders that came in because they might have put it in a poly mailer or without a bubble mailer, and them the bubble wrap itself is all popped. Yeah. No choice, Ellen. Doesn't come off. I sent out some boxes. Yes, indeed. I have purple tape I use, but it's the eBay purple tape. Let's see, everybody's saying hello to each other. I'm waiting for you in the corner, Carol. Leslie, she said. There's no saving the purple tape out. No, there isn't. A lot of times I cannot save it. It is a nightmare. And I don't mind, but it's just I cannot reuse it. All this purple tape in Fortnite. I need to buy stock in that purple tape too. And I, look, I'm not saying nothing about it. It's not wrong, you know, but I guarantee you it'll come to me safe. Cutting doesn't help. Want to work with the purple tape. Yeah, that's true too. But it's a strong tape. We love the corner, Leslie. Well, look who's here. Tooch! Well, hello, good morning, and welcome, stranger. Strangers in the night, I saw you standing alone. Nitty Pie's channel, there it is. Check it out. That'll be where the two beardos are supposed to be tonight. Connie, what did Irene and I call you? Connie? Who's Connie? Girl, I'm confused. Sometimes I was going to drop the piece of bubble wrap on the floor, and the chair wheels right over it and pops it. Yeah, it happens. All right, you know, I am just kidding, sweet ladies. I didn't know that the first year that there were right ways to. And again, that's how you learn. It happens. But again, I'm only letting you know, you do what you want. I'm just letting you know what I have noticed in the past few weeks when getting packages from bubble wrap facing outward compared to inside against the product. And I find more that the products that are being wrapped with the bubbles facing away from the product tends to be more or less that I cannot reuse them because if they're popped, I'm not reusing them. So what I do is I cut them in smaller pieces when I need them for jewelry. Yep, Tooch will be shipping your items today. That is Connie? I'm confused. Girl, you and I got to talk later. The box just got from Victoria could not figure out how to. Sometimes that's also true with the duct tape, the clear tape on bubble wrap. They don't need a lot of tape. They really don't. But boy, I tell you, I got to cut just to try to get it open. Yeah, you don't have to use that much tape on bubble wrap. The life, if you couldn't remember. Yeah, you constant. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know her as Connie. Okay, I got it now. It happens, Leslie. We can be sunshine every day. And that's how we'll find out. You got to ask. You know, sometimes we really don't know. I just received the beginning of the show. Sorry, just going through that. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you do it. You do something you're not supposed to, and you don't practice what you preach. You know what I'm saying? I just say, don't do as I say, do as I do. Don't do it. But I got everything filed for a hijack report through YouTube, Google YouTube customer service. Crazy sense, humor. Mr. Patrick. What's your favorite color, Leslie? Anything that sparkles and bedazzles. I don't know. Gotta run. All right, John, don't work too hard and hope you have some great sales again and keep up and keep busy. Keep up the good work. Productive day. Veronica told me, sorry, Instagram. Toxic wasteland for me, social media detox. I hear that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You inviting Patrick to the corner? Uh-oh. Watch it, Patrick. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come out of the corner. No, I do have to stay there. Right, Johnny? Yep. Yeah, you know, and again, that's how we learn. We got to ask questions. Now, I'm not going to tell you that that's the right or wrong way, because that's just what I do, you know? But I'm just saying what I see because of the topic came up today, and that's why I wanted to include that in today's topic. That's my thought too, Johnny Sparkle. Yep. Well, everybody's getting to that time. If anybody would like to come on up, you're more than welcome to. That link is pinned to the top, maybe the bottom. You might, it's going to be pinned one way or the other, top or bottom. You're more than welcome to come on up. If you have any questions, concerns, or you need help with anything, you're more than welcome to reach out to me after the show and come on in. I'll be glad to help you. I don't have no problem helping anyone. Sorry for anyone. I have not shipped on invoices yet. The past 2 months have been a bit hectic for me. I'm trying. Girl, look, you've been busy. But you let everybody know what's going on. That's the important thing. That open communication is a must. And you do that very well. Yes, you do. So anywho, if anybody needs to come on up after the show's over, you're more than welcome to join me. And as I say before I end each and every show, hope to see you again tomorrow right here on this channel. Tomorrow until further notice. See you right back here tomorrow. The thumbnail is already made. And as soon as I get my email back, I will be changing those that are still posted. I cannot do anything with the ones that are posted for the week already because I do those every Saturday. But as soon as I get back and get my channel email, the email itself is what's the problem, get it reinstated, it'll be back in there. I'll let you know. I'll even make a post over there letting you know it's back. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out. And don't forget, tomorrow is the Would You Buy It or Would You Live It? Make sure you email me at KajunRootsReseller@gmail.com with your links of items that sold. And in the email, do not forget to include how much you paid for it, where did you buy it, and if you know how long it took to sell. And if you took an offer, what was that offer for? See y'all tomorrow. Y'all come back now. You hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.